Ken interviews the head coach from the Horizon League powerhouse Cleveland State, plus 2 of their star players. This podcast is packed with great insights. Enjoy.
Coach, can you hear me okay?
I can, yeah.
Hey, we're very lucky to have the head coach of this fine program, Brian Etzkin. Brian, you got it done today, didn't you?
That was a great college tennis match, huh?
That was good.
That was good. Had we lost it, it still would have been good, but it sure feels better to be on the winning side of that one.
Hey, first of all, thanks for having us. Thanks for having Radio 10. Take a deep breath there, Coach, huh? You know?
Thank you for being here.
Oh, man. Coach, for our listeners out there, I mean, I know we've known each other for a while, but how long have you been here, Coach? How long have you been here at Cleveland State?
Yeah, I think this is year 23, nice. So I've been here for a career, and it's been a great place to be.
And you came from Michigan State, is that what I read?
That's right. Actually, the assistant coach today for Ball State was the head coach I worked for at Michigan State back then. So
Gene,
it was nice to see Gino, yeah.
Gotcha. Hey, I want to talk a little about last year before we talk about today.
Sure.
You had a great year last year, didn't you?
Thank you. It was one of our best ones ever, I thought.
Yeah.
Great year.
For our listeners out there, you went undefeated, right, in conference play?
Undefeated conference. I think we were something like 23-7 or 21-7 last year. And it was a good group of guys, and I don't think we were the best team in the conference to start the season, which is what made the conference championship so much sweeter at the end, because the guys came together and the guys got better and the guys appreciated and loved each other more throughout the season, and by the end of the season they weren't being denied.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then you get to play Ohio State.
Yeah.
That must have been pretty cool, though.
It's cool. You know, it's more cool if you beat them. But, but you know, we're not there anymore for the experience. We want to, take points, and we want to, make it a match. And it was great to be there. I'll never, ever dislike being there, and I want to go again. But, that was our 9th time. It was a great experience for the guys to get there, and that's the goal again.
Where did you play those guys at? Where'd you play?
At Ohio State.
At Ohio State?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Congratulations on last year, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It was beautiful.
It was great. And the guys I can't tell you how much we were kind of stumbling through the first part of the season, and they came together and really played for each other down the stretch.
How many guys did you lose from that team to this team?
We had 12 guys last year, and we lost our number 2 player, our number 3 player, and our number 1 doubles player, and also Austin Steiger, who was with us for 4 years. So we lost at least 4 guys from that group, and they were instrumental for us winning for sure.
Yeah. And this team, it looks like a young team, right? It looks. What do you tell us what you have here?
It is a younger team. We lost. We have no seniors, but we have a lot of juniors and sophomores and a couple freshmen. So we have a younger team and people playing in the lineup in different spots than they ever have before, because we lost some guys from the top and people had to move up. And we took a couple lumps earlier this year already. We lost a couple of these 4-3s against teams that we have traditionally beaten, right, and beat last year 4-3, and so to lose to Butler and to Dayton 4-3, those were tough losses for us. But the guys kept their heads up, and we're 0-5 now. We put 2 4-3 wins on the board, and feeling better about ourselves. But I knew this group's going to take a little time to get there, and today was a huge step forward. I thought this Ball State team was really good. Actually, I thought it was a really good win.
Well, Bill Richards knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
How many times have you coached him? 20, probably coached against him 30 times.
Yeah,
probably.
Indirectly.
Yeah. Tell me about your number 1 guy. What a nice ball player he is. Let's talk about him.
Yeah, Lincoln Battle. He was the freshman of the year in the conference last year. He's from North Carolina, and he is a tremendous tennis player, tremendous athlete, and those last couple of points he played today under pressure were amazing. I think he might have come out of his body and hit some of those shots. I don't know, but he was
an angle volley, a deuce.
That was crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But he has all the talent in the world. He has a great heavy forehand. He's always the fastest guy on the court. He can be a physical player, and he works hard and he hits extra. Loves to be on the court. I need him to love to be in the classroom too, just a little bit more. But he loves to be on the court.
How'd you find him? I
recruited him the first time around, and we went different ways. And then I had a spot open up on the team, and I was looking through some of my players who I'd recruited and who hadn't landed anywhere yet. And I called him, and at that point he was looking for a home, and I was looking for a player, and it happened pretty quickly after that. But I saw him play at the junior tournaments, running around the country watching players play, and recruited him in the traditional way of recruiting. So,
I'll be darned. How do you recruit, man? What do you look for? What do you know?
Yeah, I recruit American kids first. It's kind of always been my kind of recruiting philosophy, but I always have a couple international kids. When I can't find the American kids that are good enough to help the program, I have to look somewhere. But and then I pretty much start in Cleveland and I branch out and go across the country. But I would say most of my players are from the east of the Mississippi, from the big cities east of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I have some players from all over, but I have one kid who you didn't get to see play today who's really impressive. He was sick with the flu today, but his name is Maxime Aramon from France, and he's our lone international student right now. And some years we're half and half, but this year we have one international student from France.
Yeah, it's a good-looking team. It's a nice team.
Thank
What did you tell the guys when you huddled up over there? What did you tell your team?
Things hadn't been going quite the way I had wanted. Not that it was awful, but we had a big talk before the match, and I said I didn't feel even good about our last win because I didn't feel like the characteristics of a high functioning running team were happening, and so we talked about that beforehand. And I got to talk about how much sweeter this win was afterwards because we did the little things that I think make a great team, and just supporting each other and the energy we bring, and there's some more work to be done off the court too. But I thought those guys, they answered the call today. So
well done,
great.
Coach. I'll let you go, and if you could throw over a couple of your guys, and we'll get to meet them. And again, thanks so much for having us, and nice win, Coach.
Yeah,
nice win.
thanks for being
buddy.
here.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Thank you. There you go. Coach Brian Etzkin, the head coach here, picks up a win, and we're going to meet a couple of the players as it goes on, and what a nice day. Interesting to hear what he had to say, though. I mean, they lost their first 4 matches this year. They played some good teams. They played some Big Ten teams. And hey, man, how you doing? Take a seat there. Let me get you queued up here. You just get comfortable. Can you hear? Everything good?
Yeah, I can hear everything.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Ken.
I'm Lincoln. Nice to meet you.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
I'll just throw it out there. What are your thoughts on that match today?
I mean, great team win. I feel like everybody kind of came together with doubles. Everyone kind of gelled. I mean, we had a tough match on 3 for 3 doubles, but I feel like 1 and 2, we kind of really came together today on both sides, kind of both put a lot of things together to be able to get 2 big wins to get that doubles point. I feel like that gave us a lot of momentum coming into singles, everyone playing a little more confident a little bit, and I feel like we had some tough matches today, but everyone fought hard. I feel like everyone fought really good.
What was your thoughts on your match today specifically? I mean, you dropped the first. What are you thinking?
I lose that first set. I mean, it was a lot of close games, so I understood that a lot of close games to me, is what I want. Sometimes not really what I want, but most of the time, if I'm close, then I feel like I'm competing good. So I feel like the first set I just, had a couple deuce points I lost, had a couple points I let slip, but it was pretty tight. So I felt good going into the second set to still be competing, and I feel like I had a good chance to take that second for sure.
What did you want to? How did you want to play him? What were you thinking when you were playing him?
Objectively, when I came out, it was to kind of just be a little more physical with him, break him down, kind of make him.
He's tough physically too, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's tough. He's a tough competitor as well. So I wanted to really just make it physical for him every point. Definitely play aggressive. Wanted to play aggressive, get to the net a lot of times, which I feel like I didn't do good the first set, but I feel like I started to do better as the match went on of getting in and closing out. I feel like that was the difference in the match, was who was getting to the net a little more.
Nicely done, man.
Yes, sir.
Really nice. That backhand ego volley at deuce at 5.
That was crazy. That was not the way the point was supposed to go. I was supposed to be way closer on top of the net, but pulled it off.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm not too mad at myself. Just happy that it worked.
And then you go big on match point.
Right.
You just went for it.
I mean, I saw it, I felt it, and I just went for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Born and raised where?
I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Born and raised there.
Yes,
and who taught you to play tennis?
Really just my dad. It was a family thing starting out. My grandfather kind of got us all into it, so my dad just kept it going. Just, I didn't have many. I had 5. I'm the youngest of 5, but I only had another sister that played. So it was kind of just me and her just battling it out all the time. We were younger. Then kind of started loving it more, started playing more, and then just start stacking the years of tennis.
Coming out of public facilities, did you?
I was at a public facility for most of the time, but I started to kind of go to an academy called Rise Academy in South Carolina. I but I started staying with the family there around like 16. So I kind of would go like a month, train there, come back home. So it was kind of just an off and on thing.
And what were you playing junior-wise? What kind of stuff were you playing?
Juniors, I was just playing mostly USTA up until about 16. And then once I turned 17, I started to play more ITFs. So kind of like going out the country a little more. Like I went to El Salvador once to play like a J4. Started to play some of those J3s and start playing a little more ITFs kind of to get that like global ranking, play some more different type of players because, I mean, it's different when you come to college. You play a lot of different people from different places, so it's like it's more international when you come into college. So I feel like that got me ready when I was playing, for sure.
How are these guys? How are these cast of characters here?
These guys are crazy. We got different type of characters for each person. Yeah. Whatever you want, they got it on this team.
Cool, man. Well, it's a really nice game.
Yes,
it's a really beautiful game you got.
Sir. Thank you.
I'm going to let you go. I'll talk to some of your buddies here.
Yes, sir.
Say your name again for our listeners.
Thank you. I'm Lincoln Battle.
Nice to meet you,
sir.
buddy. Nice
to
meet you. Keep it going, buddy. All right. Let me get someone else. There you go. Go ahead and get comfortable.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
What's your name, buddy?
My name's Cole Chappell.
Where are you from?
Just outside Indianapolis.
Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to high school?
Zionsville.
Zionsville. Because
Yeah.
I know North Central.
Oh,
That's the only reason I asked that.
Yeah.
So, I don't have your stuff in front of me. How did it go today for you?
I did well. I won 3-3. It was a good match.
What number were you playing?
I was playing 4.
Playing 4, 3,
Yeah.
3. You just smoked them, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Tell me about the match. What was working for you? What wasn't working for you? What were your thoughts on your match?
Well, I started off a little tight. I was a little nervous because I was playing one of the dudes I grew up with. I played pretty well. I made a lot of my first serves, and I was just got a lot of balls I could attack, and then I just kept trying to attack and move forward, and it ended up working out for me.
Did you win yesterday, too?
I did not.
You did not?
No.
It was nice to pick up a win.
Yeah.
It was a good team. Did you play dubs?
I did.
Yeah? Where'd you play?
I played 3 with Ty.
How'd that go?
We ended up losing, but it was all right.
Good.
We played pretty solid. It was our first time playing together because one of our teammates is sick and threw us together.
What year are you?
I'm a junior.
A junior.
Yeah.
And how's the previous years been here? Have you been?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Last year must have been a trip. Huh?
Yeah. I really enjoy it. I love my teammates there. It's been really fun. That's been probably the best part about being here.
Tell us a little about last year. What are your thoughts on that? You guys had such a nice run. What were your thoughts on it?
I thought we played really solid, and towards the end we kind of came together, and we had like really 2-3 close matches, and especially in the tournament, and we pulled it out, and it was an amazing experience getting to go to the NCAAs.
Yeah, because talking to the coach earlier, the front part of last year was kind of so-so, and then you guys really bonded, didn't you?
Yeah. I think it's been like that. I think it's starting to look like that this year. This weekend, we kind of made a big turnaround, and I think it'll hopefully continue into the next couple of weeks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How'd you hook up with Cleveland State? I mean, how'd that come together for you?
I just sent out a lot of emails to a lot of schools in the Midwest, and he ended up responding back. He started talking to me, and then I went on a visit, and I met a lot of the team. I really liked the team. I thought Cleveland was cool, and then ended up coming here.
Gotcha. Anywhere else you were thinking, though? Anyone else on the short list?
I mean, just some schools in Indy like Butler and other schools, but they didn't show that much interest in me, so I ended up coming here.
Gotcha, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
You got another one today, too, aren't you? Are you gonna play the same number?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I don't think he's gonna switch anything because it's 6 guys, so
yeah. Who taught you to play?
My dad's friend was bringing some rackets, and I got interested and just kept playing myself, and then just kept getting lessons from other people, and then
Where did you play in the juniors? Whereabouts?
I hopped between a couple different clubs in the juniors because there's a couple in Indianapolis, and then I got coached by this guy named David. He's a pro in Indy, and he's a really good guy.
Gotcha, man.
Yeah.
Did you ever play the Western Close? At North Central?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of that. And then when they redid their courts, we ended up they held it at Michigan, but for a couple of years, especially during COVID,
Do they still have like a zillion courts over there?
Yeah, they redid them like 2 years ago, and there's
all of them.
Yeah, there's the huge deck, and they made it a lot nicer. So instead of like 4 decks of like, it's just 2 giant rows, and you can walk in between them. It's really cool.
You know, not to sound old here and tell you old stories, but when I was in the juniors, the way it worked is you'd show up at North Central High School, and if you finished in the top 8, that is what got you into Kalamazoo. Not all this computer stuff and crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It was just like you show up at North Central. If you're from the Midwest,
Mm-hmm.
you get to the quarters and then you punch your ticket.
Yeah, that changed, I think, when I was 12 or 13. That's when I remember it changing, because it used to be about that, and then because I remember when I was 11, I didn't make it because I didn't go far enough, and then when I was 12, I did, and when I was 13, I did, and I think right after age 13, that's when it changed.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Keep it going, huh?
Yeah, thank you.
Nice talking with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. There you go. You got to meet 2 of them.
This interview is from after the second dual match of the day against Findlay University.
With Coach Etzkin. Coach,
Yes.
what did you tell your guys? I got you here?
Yep, you got me. When
Right there. Yeah.
I said that that earlier match today was there's stressful matches and not stressful matches, and that was a stressful morning match. Like, they talk about Major League Baseball pitchers. Some will pitch 100 pitches, but they're not stressful pitches, and some will pitch in tight situations, and they're very stressful pitches. And I thought this morning's match was stressful on our minds and bodies, and to come away with every single point here this afternoon was a really great effort, because our minds were already weakening a little bit from this morning.
Yeah.
And they hung on, and they did a good job. And I also said that I thought the Ball State match, out of the non-Big Ten teams we've played so far, was probably our best team we've played, and I thought we did a really great job against them. Beginning of the week, I thought if we could go 2 out of 3 this weekend, that would be good. If we got the first one against Xavier, which we did, that gave us a chance to maybe get 3 out of 3, and they did it, made it a super weekend. But
fantastic.
Yeah,
man.
I also said that they stepped up as a team in terms of like just how they were being teammates and how they were competing this weekend. I thought we grew this weekend, so it was really, really good weekend.
It's an intangible, isn't it? I mean, the chemistry is something, it's...
Yeah, and that's why I'm in college tennis. Like, all right, I'd love to make, Devin Boyer's forehand the best one in America, but I want him to be a good teammate and know what it's, and improve on, how you work in a group. So when he goes out into the world or with his future family, like, that he's worked on those skills and he gets to work on it with his brothers here, which is great.
That's so cool. So cool. Hey, let's talk a little about that last match.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts on it. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I loved it. I mean,
it was fun. Nico was mentally fatigued. You could tell it. You could tell by his body language and some of the choices he was making. He was making some, coming to the net for no reason when it wasn't a good ball and coming in on junk instead of something offensive, and it was costing him. And that pushed it to make it be a really good match at the end. And, really he had to focus and make good decisions. And when you're tired and you want to be done, it's easy to just want to finish it with one shot or to, try to get a cheap one with a drop shot or something stupid.
Yeah.
So it was him battling his own mind.
Yeah.
And in the end, he finished.
I thought it was beautiful, man.
Yeah, it was great.
I thought, that was one of those matches to me. It's so easy to fall apart.
Yeah, and Nico, not to air his dirty laundry, lost to Findlay last year, and I'm sure that was on his mind. So he wanted to avenge that loss, and we talked about it at lunch. He knew that they have good players scattered about that lineup, which you could tell. And anyone can have a good day, especially when you're already mentally taxed.
Yeah. So, who's next for you guys?
That's another thing we said. It doesn't get easier. So we go play Toledo next on the road, and we played we played Toledo UIC on the road.
Gotcha.
And I think we beat Toledo last year 4-3, and we lost to UIC 4-3. And so it's going to be whoever's mentally toughest and whoever's shows the most energy and competes the best. And every team we play is good. So we're ready. I think we're growing and we're up for the challenge.
Well, you had a great weekend, man.
Thanks.
That's fantastic. Thanks so much for having Radio Tennis.
Thanks for being here.
I really
hope we had
appreciate
some people listening.
Oh,
today.
we did. We had about 3,000 people listening.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
More people. So thanks so much, man.
Thank you very much.
Right, thanks. We'll do it again, huh? Let's do it again sometime.
For sure.
All right. There you go. The skipper of the Vikings, the head Viking. The head Viking. Coach Etzkin gets it done.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. Browse through the collection of podcasts, there are some great ones. Plus, follow on Instagram at Radio Tennis Podcast to get updates on upcoming live streams and new podcasts. Have a great day and game on.